Hello, welcome to Someday Farm. I'm Stephen Watson here with today's Tàijíquán Tip. Today's tip is about the turnover of students in your Tàijíquán school. Maybe it's high, maybe it's low. It seems to me that it's somewhat high, or relatively or very high for most every school. And I think that's not necessarily bad. It means a lot of people are giving it a try and they're getting educated about the art. It might not be for them, might not be for them just then. In other words, now that they've learned about it, it percolates, and 6 years later, they decide to give it a try or talk their child into doing it or whatever. Uh, but at any rate, there's some uh, churn in the students, right? Some loss, and some of that I think is appropriate. You're just not the right teacher for them. This is not the right time for the financial hit or the resource hit in terms of time to practice or to get to class. Maybe it's not the right fit because you're going back to college or having a baby soon or whatever. And it might be that it's not a fit because of your style or your attitude uh, or the distance to the school and the way it fits into their schedule. Um, but for some people, it is the appropriate fit, and yet they are leaning towards dropping out. They might not know that, it might not be conscious. Sometimes people kind of miss a class or two, and then they become a little bit habituated to that. They kind of feel like there's nothing goes missing. They're not in trouble. Nobody calls them out on it. And then missing a class or two becomes missing a few classes or regularly missing a few classes. So today's Tàijíquán tip is to pay attention to when you think you might be noticing that in somebody else. And it might be somebody online that you're talking to about their classes, and it might be somebody literally in your class or in the class just before yours. And make a point, where appropriate, of course, to reach out to them. Maybe buy them tea and talk about it. Maybe have a phone call. Maybe have a FaceTime. Maybe chat with them before or after class. Maybe offer to buy them lunch and talk about it. See if you can get a better understanding of why they're starting to drop out, and see if obviously you can then help them with their sticking with the art, and whether or not it's sticking with the school or sticking with your teacher. And that's a great way to save people that are already invested in the art. Thank you. Pointing your smartphone's camera at these QR codes will lead you to places where you can help. Thank you, thank you, thank you.